If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I feel all I wanna do is take your money. All I wanna do is take your money. All I wanna do is.
Hello everybody, I'm Xannie.
I'm James.
And we're the Omelettes. We're here to review Watchmen.
Watchmen.
Because it's awesome.
Who watches the Watchmen? We did.
I did!
Watchmen, directed by Snyder, the guy who directed 300. It's based off of the graphic novel, which is probably considered to be one of, if not the greatest graphic novel of all time.
I really liked it. There were certain things from the graphic novel which... I mean, they had to cut out a lot of stuff, but there was one scene in particular, which I'm not going to mention for those of you who haven't seen it yet, but when I was watching the scene in the movie, I was like, wow, it would have only taken 3 seconds for them to add this one little bit in, and it would have made it really, really funny. There was a lot of information from the graphic novel that had to be put into the film, and I think they did a really, really good job. I really liked it. I felt that all of the characters were followed not to too much a degree that it was invasive, but not. You know,
I
in a long movie, it's yeah.
I disagree on that point. I thought they spent. I mean, I didn't come to this conclusion until the very end, and the story of what really happens is sort of revealed to us. And at that point, it was like, I thought they spent too much time on the characters and not enough time building up the plot. These little things happen in between these like vignettes of all the different superheroes, and then at the end they bring them all together. And I mean, it worked. It was very well done. My opinion is not that they spent too much time on the characters. It's they didn't spend enough time, or they didn't do a good enough job in building up the plot that the characters were living in. That's my only line. I mean, I love. If they'd done the plot stuff better, I'd have absolutely nothing bad to say, because all the character stuff was truly amazing.
If they had done that, it would have been like 4 hours long.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing about building up all the characters and their relationships is that then the end, which I'm not going to give away, comes has a lot more power, because you know the relationship and the history that went on between the characters.
Yeah,
because you know, at the end, it's such a, I mean, it's a really powerful ending that, you know, sends a very strong, very controversial message.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, having that background and knowing how each character feels about the situation makes it that much more dynamic.
Maybe I'm just being picky, or maybe I'm not quite sure how they could have done that better, but I just felt like...
Which character are you talking about?
The guy who's behind all of it.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to say, obviously. But since we're not going to spoil people, I have no problem spoiling you. I'll spoil the crap out of this movie, but apparently she has issue with that, so I won't.
Well,
that's just me.
I mean,
it's rated R. It's very violent.
It's very really bloody.
Really bloody.
To those who are like faint of heart, it's not for you.
Yeah.
There's strong language. There is nudity.
Severe blue nudity.
Yes. Yeah, like, there's lots of nudity, foul language, blood up the wazoo. I mean, there's...
Or out the wazoo, whichever.
Yeah. You know, I mean, whatever your preference, up or out, there's,
But really, seriously, could they not have put pants on Dr. Manhattan? Or wrestling tights, a banana peel, anything. Seriously.
He's just comfortable with himself.
Yeah, sure. He's as powerful as a god. Why wouldn't he be comfortable with himself? He could bend matter to his will. I'd be pretty comfortable too. The characters were amazing. I mean,
they were fantastic.
They spent so much time on them. They better had been, but I mean, it really was this really great character-driven story, and every single one of them was, you know, all the Watchmen, all the superheroes. They were all really. I mean, these aren't superheroes like you would see anywhere else. These are completely different, and
They were much more based in reality.
I was about to say the
than
very
other
same thing.
kinds of characters.
Mhm.
You know, one of the characters is very, very smart, and that's how he is able to succeed in the crime-fighting world, is by being smart. And he actually eventually succeeds in the business world also, from that.
I loved his character. I thought he got too little screen time until the end. He did a really good job.
Very, very good.
And I will, I mean, as a very quick aside, I've actually met him in real life. He was there when I interviewed Mandy Moore, and so I interviewed him as well. And it was, I doubted his ability to pull off this role at first. So I was very impressed with Matthew Goode. He did a great job in this film.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I never told you that?
No.
Oh. Well, he's sort of the afterthought of that story. The crux of that story is, yeah, I interviewed Mandy Moore. The afterthought is, I interviewed Matthew Goode. Rorschach was. I mean, Rorschach's the guy with the Rorschach face mask. Obviously, he's in all the previews and stuff. Dude
Yeah, the one who says, you know, they'll look up and say, cry, save us, and I'll say, no.
Yeah, that was... He was cool until a certain point, and then he was really creepy. And then he was cool and creepy, and that was just like...
I thought he
wow.
was fascinating.
Very
I
fascinating.
loved his character so much.
Silk Spectre was hot.
Yeah. Rating?
Rating this movie, I would give it... I don't know. See,
Don't think too long about it now.
No, I'd give it probably an 8.5 because it was very, very good. But I mean, I couldn't see myself like. It's not Back to the Future, which I can watch a billion times, or even something else that's just funny.
I could watch Watchmen again. That's the kind of movie I would like pop in and make things and like memorize all the lines. I do that with The Dark Knight already, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd give it an 8.5.
But the new movies next week. There's Race to Witch Mountain. It's a Disney movie.
Whee!
With The Rock.
The Rock! Yay!
The Rock. I love The Rock. There's also The Last House on the Left, which is another horror movie.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah. And a movie that I despise on spec for the most ridiculous trailer I've ever seen, Miss March. So, we'll see which of those movies wins next week. Aren't you proud of us? It's Wednesday when we're recording this. It may not be up
That's because I
till...
saw it at midnight.
Yes, Xannie holds the key to how quickly the omelets get posted.
I literally have the key.
On that note, we'll see you guys later.
Bye!
You literally hold the key, you dork.